Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Yambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityurmukshiyamanrutat. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Yambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityurmukshiyamanrutat. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Sahanavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviyam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityo Ma Mrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Buenas noches. Good evening. Buenas noches means good evening in Spanish. You know, we teach Spanish also here. Yeah. Please see page number 98. The glory of India, the glory of our motherland, in the words of Swami Vivekananda. The second quote in the page. If there is any land on this earth that can lay claim to be the blessed Punya Bhumi, to be the land to which soul on this earth must come to account for karma, the land to which every soul that is wending its way Godward must come to attain its last home, the land where humanity has attained its highest towards gentleness, towards generosity, towards purity, towards calmness, above all, the land of introspection and of spirituality, it is India. So most of us really do not know what this great country stands for, what our civilization is, what our civilizational values are, what ideals we have taken up for ages. If you all want to become great, you only need to do one thing. You must know your motherland, the soil on which you were born. To know how great a civilization we are, you need to study Vivekananda. You know, Swamiji was a great patriot, Swami Vivekananda. Once, when he was in the West, one of his women disciples had asked Vivekananda, Swamiji, you gave so much to us. You have enriched our culture with your knowledge. You have been benefited immensely by you. We all feel indebted to you. How can we repay our debt to you? And then Swamiji replied, Madam, love India. If you want to give something to me, if you think you have been benefited by me, okay, you want to do something, give something in return to me, then you do this favor for me. What is that? Love my motherland, love India. To a foreigner, Swamiji said this. And you know, Sister Nivedita writes about Swami Vivekananda's patriotism, Deshabhakti. She wrote, India throbbed in his heart. India pulsated in his veins. India was his daydream. India was his nightmare. He himself became India, she said. Condensed India. Vivekananda was condensed India. India took human form as it were. That much of patriotism he had, that much of love for this country. The Swami is saying, if there is any land on this earth which can lay claim to be the blessed Punya Bhumi, that it is India. Why? This is the spiritual land. You know, there are two great civilizations that we witness. The two great civilizations originated long, long ages ago. One was the Greek civilization, another is Indian civilization. So modern European civilization, Western civilization is an offshoot of that Greek civilization. So the characteristic of that civilization is they have explored the external universe. Okay? The tangible, the physical the universe that is shown to us by the mind. Whereas in this culture, we have explored the mind itself. Okay? All the universe is projected where? For us, it is in the mind, right? It is in the firmament of mind that the universe is projected. I have already told you, if the universe is real, it should be there all for all the 24 hours. But when you go to sleep every day in the night, when you are in deep sleep, the universe disappears for you. That means what? When the mind is not there, the universe is not there. Universe exists only in relation to the mind. Okay? If it is real, it should be there all the 24 hours. But we don't notice these things. We think every day it is happening. We become so casual. We don't pay any attention to the everyday happening. If something is an occasional happening, we pay attention. Because every day it is happening. That's why we don't pay any attention. We ignore it. That's why we miss the truth. Every day, when you are in deep sleep, where the universe has gone, somewhere it disappeared, right? You're not even aware of the body. So people have understood that the universe is projected in the mind. The universe exists only in relation to the mind. So they were curious to know what is this mind which projects the universe for me. When I wake up in the morning, the universe is projected. I experience it, I feel it. Okay, I see it. But in the night it disappears. When mind is not there, it disappears. So what is the mind? So they concentrated on the subjective side, and the Greeks concentrated on the external, the material world. So we have developed this subjective science. Today we all know so much of science, so much of technology, so much of luxury is available, so much of money is there. As far as basic necessities are concerned, maybe there are small section of the society still struggling, where the people are stuck at the level of hand-to-mouth existence. But a vast majority of population, for basic necessities of life, there's not that much of struggle. Because we want more luxury, we want more money, more comfort. That's a different thing. We are struggling with that. But if you just see, so much we have created. You just imagine the generation that lived before us, the generation that, two generations before us, what kind of comfort and luxury they had enjoyed. Compared to that, what we enjoy is far higher, right? But still, are we the happiest race? Are we the happiest generation that has ever lived on this planet Earth? No. అంటే ఇంత టెక్నాలజీ వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఇంత అభివృద్ధి జరిగినా కూడా ఇంకా ఆనందంగా ఉండలేకపోతున్నాం అంటే వాట్ ఈస్ దాట్ వాట్ ఇట్ ప్రూవ్స్ స్వామి వివేకానంద క్లియర్లీ సెడ్ he said machines can never make man happy. We have understood this secret. Happiness is a state of mind. You have to handle your own mind. You should know this secret. Otherwise, manipulation of matter actually will not make you really happy, will not give you the highest experience of life. If that were so, people would have been the happiest today. But that's not the case. If you just see the world all across the globe, people are getting more addicted to alcohol, drug abuse, all these things are happening, right? Why all this is happening? Because they are not happy with themselves. That's why they're seeking happiness desperately from outside themselves. But our people have figured it out. So happiness is a state of mind. If I know how to handle my mind, I can make myself happy. So they have developed this subject to sign. That's why this meditation. Okay? Prayer, repetition of God's name, selfless service, all the other spiritual practices. So through this, actually, you can enrich your mind, you can expand, you can have a better experience of life. These are the spiritual processes. If without actually handling the subject to you, if you do not know how to handle your own mind, your own thought and emotion, whatever you may do with the external world, your experience of life will not be that great. The proof is our own society. Our people have figured it long back. So, not studying the universe with the help of the mind as an instrument, studying the mind itself is a great thing. Conquering the mind, controlling the mind. So, they have focused and turned inward. That's why Swami is saying this is the blessed land. The land where humanity has attained its highest towards generosity, towards gentleness, and calmness, and above all, the land of introspection, where we turn inward and just we study ourselves. Okay, among all the things that you study of your own self actually the greatest study. For that, you need to turn inward. But this turning inward is not an easy thing. That requires sattva. So this is the only land where maximum number of people have this sattva. We are not that restless like other races. Okay, we can easily turn inward. We can handle the mind easily. The subtle, because we are not that gross. We have that sattva element. That's why Swami is saying this is the blessed land, this is the punya bhumi, this is the spiritual land, this is adhyatmika bhumi. Take pride in that. Have that kind of genuine sense of pride. It's not an ordinary land. The kind of spiritual wisdom that we have acquired, that we have developed, no other race has it, no other civilization has it. We need to share this knowledge with others and save them in a way. This India, of course, yoga is now actually a popular word all across the globe they are doing, but yoga just doesn't mean this physical asanas. Yoga has a different meaning, a larger meaning. Yoga means basically to yoke oneself with the divine, to yoke oneself with the absolute, to connect oneself with the divine and absolute. That's a God. That's the purpose and objective of yoga. Only when you achieve that, you'll be able to attain to that highest state of fulfillment that is possible for every one of us. Okay, India is the blessed Punya Bhumi. Thank you. Nice evening.